It's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 2, Hadith number 1086, that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that let not a woman travel for more than 3 days without her mahram. A similar hadith is mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 2, Hadith number 1088, where our beloved Prophet Muhammad said that let not a woman who believes in Allah and the last day travel for 1 day and night without a mahram. It's further mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, Hadith number 1862, that the beloved Prophet said that let not a woman travel without a mahram, and if a man enters a woman, he should not enter without the presence of her mahram. So a man gets up and asks the Prophet, I have intentions to join the jihad, the battle and the army, but my wife wants to go for Hajj. So the Prophet said, go with your wife for Hajj. There are various other Sahih Hadith, including in Sahih Muslim. Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, said in Sahih Muslim, volume number 3, Hadith number 3266, that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that let not a woman travel for a night's journey without a mahram. It's mentioned in Sahih Muslim, volume number 3, Hadith number 3267, that let not a woman travel for a day's journey without a mahram. But according to Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, Hadith number 1862, the Prophet clearly mentions that let not a woman travel without a mahram. Here there is no time specified. And let not a man enter a woman without the presence of her mahram. One group of scholars is very clear cut that irrespective whether it's a short distance or a long distance, as long as it is considered to be traveling, then having a mahram is compulsory. The same group of scholars who believe that having a mahram is a must, irrespective of the length of the journey, as long as it's a journey, they also say that those women who do not have a mahram, for them the Hajj is not fard, and they need not perform Hajj. But there's another group of scholars, those scholars who say that Hajj need not be done when there's no mahram, are the scholars, the fuqahas of the Hanbali school of thought and the Hanafi school of thought. These two scholars say that having a mahram is compulsory for a woman to perform Hajj. If she does not have a mahram, then Hajj is not compulsory on her, and she need not travel without a mahram. Whereas the other group of scholars, mainly the Shafi'i and the Malikis, they say that if a woman does not have a mahram, she can travel with a large group of women who have their mahram. And there are fatwas given by various Shafi'i scholars and fuqahas and Maliki scholars and fuqahas who say that a woman can perform Hajj without mahram if she doesn't have, or if it's difficult, but she should see to it that she travels with a large group of women who have the mahram. The same group of scholars also say that the hadith which the Prophet has prescribed, where a woman should have a mahram where she's traveling for more than 3 days or more than 1 day, is not applicable today. And this group of scholars, they quote the hadith for giving the reasons why a woman can do Hajj without a mahram, is they say that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, who was the wife of the Prophet, after the Prophet died, she did perform Hajj along with the group. At the time of the Caliphate of Hazrat Umar, she performed Hajj along with Hazrat Usman. And they also give the example of Ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, who performed Hajj with a large group of people who had women who didn't have their mahram. So based on this, the second group of scholars say that yes, the woman can perform Hajj without a mahram, as long as it's a large group, it's permissible. The same group of scholars also say that generally for traveling, the hadith which says that a woman cannot travel if the journey is more than 1 day or more than 3 days, or for traveling a mahram is required for a woman, they say that this is not applicable today, and they quote the hadith in which the Prophet said there will be a time where a woman will travel from Hira to the Kaaba and do circumambulation on the Kaaba. And she will fear no one except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So based on this hadith, it tells us of a time will come later on where a woman will freely travel without any fear except the fear of Allah. This question was asked to Sheikh Abdullah ibn Jibreel, that for a necessity, if a woman has to travel or if she has to travel outside the country in a plane, is it permissible? So Sheikh Abdullah ibn Jibreel said that if it's a necessity and if it's a requirement, as long as the mahram leaves her at the airport and the mahram cannot accompany her in the plane, as long as one of the mahram leaves at the airport and she catches the flight, she travels for maybe 8 hours, 10 hours, no problem. And when she reaches her destination at the airport, her other mahram is there to pick her up. Maybe the father, maybe the brother, or the husband leaves her and brother or father picks her up. It is accepted. And I personally agree with the ruling and the fatwa of Sheikh Abdullah ibn Jibreel that in necessity this is permissible. Though there are some strict scholars who say that even in necessity a woman cannot travel alone, even in the plane, because there are chances that something may happen even at the airport. If that's the case, no place is 100% secured. Anything can happen anyway. Even if you have a mahram, today there are many hundreds of Western countries which I would not want to travel with my wife at night because it's dangerous. This is the advice given by a prophet. It's a ruling in the Sharia. So in this case, but naturally, a mahram should be there. But that doesn't mean that if the mahram is there, you're totally secured. So what you do, you take precaution. So similarly, I do agree. There can be chances at the airport also, the chances something may happen, but it's a very negligible chance. So generally, there are two groups of scholars who are divided whether mahram is a must or not. I personally feel that those group of scholars who say that mahram is required is on the more correct opinion, because yet the world is not there safe. And our Prophet clearly mentions that in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, hadith number 1862, that a woman should not travel without a mahram. So it is, I feel it's a requirement that a woman, when she is traveling, she should have a mahram. Unless in certain cases, as mentioned, if there is a necessity and she doesn't have a mahram, like traveling by air, etc., where the place is secured, in such cases, a mahram can drop her, and from the other end, a mahram can pick her up.